Okay, it's officially 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go ahead and get this net started. As I stated earlier, we do have a YouTube channel, and the name of that YouTube channel is at PrepNet-Talk2Me. Again, that is at PrepNet with a capital P and a capital N dash Talk to Me, and Talk to Me will be the way it appears on your radio. We also have an email address, and that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. Again, the email address is prepnetch14@gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to shoot us an email. If you have a question in the subject line, please put question. If you have a comment in the subject line, please put comment. One more check here before we get started. If you would like to register for the net, please speak your name clearly and slowly, and then let us know what state you're in. If you want to monitor, that is fine, but please feel free to go ahead and register and let us know you would like to just monitor.
This is Blaine, 1967. I'm just going to monitor.
Copy that. Thank you very much. We've got you down as monitoring. Do we have anybody else who would like to register for the net before we get started? Okay, tonight's topic for discussion is how to balance your lithium iron phosphate batteries. Let me try to say that again. How to balance your lithium iron phosphate batteries. I also would like to make a correction to something I've been stating on several nets. I've been stating that on one of our nets on the YouTube channel that Montana Jim has put together a food freeze dryer, and I was incorrect. He put together a food dehydrator. Hey, Jim, real quick, could you possibly let us know what size trays will fit in your food dehydrator and how many you can fit in there at once?
Okay, Red Bear. It's kind of big. It'll hold 20 trays, and they're probably 8 by 10. This is about the size of say a medium-sized refrigerator. So it will do the got me doing it. It'll do the dehydrating in about the same time as the small desktop or deals that you have that can do just a little bit, but it'll do 10 to 15 times more in exactly the same amount of time, probably using the same amount of electricity.
Copy that. Thank you, Jim. And that will be in our food series as well, guys, on the YouTube channel. As you're going through, Jim does actually break down how he built that food dehydrator. Again, I'm going to correct myself. It is not a food freeze dryer. It is a food dehydrator. But when you're dehydrating food, you're hopefully going to be planning on storing it. That's why he described in great detail how to build this massive food dehydrator. All right, again, our topic for discussion is how to balance your lithium iron phosphate batteries. With that, Jim, I'm going to pass the mic over to you, sir.
Okay, Red Bear. I'm going to do a quick note on our presentations here. YouTube now creates transcripts of each of our expanded presentations. It does this automatically. So if you didn't want to take notes during the net presentation or when watching the expanded presentation, you will be able to view the expanded presentation transcript. To view the transcript, open up the video description and scroll down to transcript and click Show Transcript. A window will open with the transcript of the video. You can select it, copy it, and paste it into your word processor to save on your computer. Some of you may already know this, but I just found this out, and since I'm not a good note taker, I thought this was a good thing. You can find our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@prepnet-talk-to-me. That's the @prepnet-talk-to-me. And welcome to all the TikTokers out there who are joining us tonight. Now for tonight's net break. All about electricity, part 11. Lithium iron phosphate batteries, part 5. This has been a really big series. We will continue discussing the use of single lithium iron phosphate cells for your battery bank, and we'll cover balancing my LFP battery. This topic is another can of worms. As we discussed before, the reason you need to have each cell in your battery balanced with the others is this is how you get the maximum capacity of your battery into usable power. So, how do I balance the cells in my LFP battery? Great. There are many options on the best way to balance the cells in an LFP battery. They are top balancing, bottom balancing. But top and bottom balancing doesn't balance the cells. Rather, it indicates when you should balance them. You have manual balancing, then manually balancing individual cells by charging or discharging individual cells, passive balancing, active balancing, and you will need to balance each battery in your system. In my case, since I have 9 24-volt batteries, I need to balance each battery. I'll briefly describe each, but we'll only go into some detail on the ones I have. And that transcript thing would work really good right now. Great. Some think you should only try to balance your cells after you have discharged them down to near 2.5 volts, which would be 100% state of discharge for an LFP cell. And that's lithium iron phosphate. This is called bottom balancing. Most believe you shouldn't balance your cells until they're fully charged or nearly so. This is called top balancing. This is the majority opinion and backed by testing and the method I use. The first method to balance your cells is to do it manually, whether you're using the top or bottom balancing criteria. Now, we did this balancing when we built our LFP 12-volt example battery a few weeks ago. Break. To manually balance your battery, disassemble the battery into individual cells. Now connect all the cells together in parallel and wait at least 48 hours until all of the cells are balanced to the same voltage. Disconnect the cells and measure their voltages to verify that they are within your balance specification. Now, put your battery pack back together in series, remembering to reconnect your BMS and any standalone meter cable. Your battery balanced, but what a pain to do it this way, and you will not have access to that battery while it is imbalancing. And just a quickie short, this is where viewing our expanded presentation really helps in this explanation because there's some really good visuals. Great. Another way to manually balance your cells without having to disassemble your battery is to manually charge low cells and discharge higher cells. However, this requires you to put in a lot of time to do this, and I do not recommend it. If you want to know how to do this, please send a question to our Gmail account, and I might make a video on our YouTube channel showing how to do this. Break. Now to passive balancing. Passive balancing will take individual cells in your battery that are higher than the others and electronically put a resistor in that one cell. This will slowly drain power from it, reducing the voltage until it matches the voltage of your other cells. This drained voltage will be converted into heat and wasted. Most passive balancing systems can balance more than one cell at a time. Now, this does require equipment that can passively balance your cells. Many of the all-in-one meters can do this, I've included a link to one of those meters in the video description, and we discussed this last week, right? Now, a battery management system also has a passive balancing function, and it is usually much better than the one in a standalone meter. They will have larger resistors to drain more power from the cells and therefore balance your cells faster. Passive balancing equipment does not require you to disassemble your battery into individual cells, which is much more convenient. The one criticism of this type of balancing is that the voltage or current that is drained off is wasted. Another thing you need to know is that each passive balancing function will be different between meters and BMSs. So watch the specs to get the balancer that meets your needs. Right? My all-in-one meters I have, they do have a passive balance function, but I usually don't use them as you must manually start it each time you want to balance your battery. I use the passive balancing feature of my BMSs as it is automatic, and I don't have to do anything beyond setting it up once. I also top balance my batteries. And finally, to active balancing. Active balancing is the opposite of passive balancing. Once the active balancer detects that your cells are out of balance, it will transfer power from your highest voltage cells to your lowest voltage cells. This wastes very little of the power that was used to charge your battery, as the excess voltage of one cell is being used to charge your lower cell voltages. Great. And the power transfer is usually higher than the draining of a cell with passive balance. That's the upside to active balancing. The downside is that most, if not all, active balancing equipment is standalone, must be installed in addition to a passive balancing system or BMS. And if you install active balancing, you must turn off any passive balancing of your standalone meters or BMSs. Break. Now, my passive balancing on my BMS is set to once any cell in the battery gets to 3.335 volts when charging, and there is a 7 millivolt or greater difference between the highest and lowest cells, the passive balancing will start and will automatically turn off once the difference between the cells is less than 7 volts. These low settings help prevent the cells from getting too far apart and will balance faster. However, the balancing will be turned on more often. And again, this is where that transcript and the expanded presentation will really make this come home. Break. One more note. Your cells will more likely be out of balance the closer they get to full charge and full discharge. My batteries have a fairly good balance when they are in that 3.1 to 3.2 volt state of charge, which is where you get most of your capacity from. Now remember to watch that expanded presentation on our YouTube channel, which will have visuals for better understanding. Great. Next week, we'll continue our All About Electricity series, and this seems to go on forever, and discuss battery management systems. Can it display the voltages of your cells? What other information can a BMS tell you? Can you balance your batteries with the BMS? And does a BMS give you other protection? Now, if you have any questions about what we have discussed here tonight or anything on preparing, please ask during the roundtable. Or send your question to prepnetch14@gmail.com and enter question in the subject line. With that, I will turn it back to Net Control.
Copy that. Thank you very much, Jim. Appreciate all the information you provide us every Sunday here on the PrepNet on channel 14. I'm going to give a short break here. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net at this time? Please feel free to go ahead and do that. Speak your name clearly and let us know what state you're in. And again, if you're monitoring only, that is fine. We encourage that. But please feel free to go ahead and register. Just let us know you're monitoring and we will not bother you.
Derek, San Francisco, California.
Copy that, Derek. We got you down in California. Glad to have you here, boss. Thank you for joining the net. Do we have anybody else that would like to join the net tonight?
This is Blaine from Santa Cruz, but I'm actually in Carpinteria Beach right now.
Copy that, Blaine. We got you down. Thank you very much for registering for the net. Do we have anybody else at this time that would like to register? Please feel free. Go ahead.
Yeah, Red Bear, this is JW. I'm sorry I'm late.
Copy that, JW. We got you down. Thanks for joining, boss. Glad to have you here. Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net? Okay, once again, I'm just going to remind everybody before I continue on here, we are on a TikTok live sale for Talk to Me radios. For anybody who is listening to the current net on TikTok here during Padre Jack's live, I just want to let you know this is something that happens every Sunday. We do hold nets on channel 14 here on the Talk to Me radio. More nets will be coming soon. This is just part of the features that you have with your radio. The community is putting together nets. I'm going to give a short pause here. All right. We're going to work our way down our list. We're going to start with Tyler in Maine. Tyler, the floor is yours, sir. Do you have any comments or questions on tonight's topic?
I do not. Thank you.
Yeah, we do kind of get a little bit direct and to the point in this net. But again, remember to check out that YouTube channel and look over the expanded presentation. That does actually break it down even more, gives you diagrams, charts, graphs, and it also kind of shows you how to set your batteries up properly as well in this All About Electricity series that we are currently working on. I'm going to give a short break here. Knife Man in Michigan. Hey, Knife Man, do you have any questions on tonight's topic? How to balance your lithium iron phosphate battery?
I do not. Thank you for asking.
Copy that. Copy that. Glad to have you here, though, Knife Man. Glad to have you here. Do we have anybody else that would like to register at this time? Okay, we've got Derek in California. Derek, I'm not sure how much of the net you caught tonight, but do you have any questions or comments?
No, I was just, I'm going to be checking out, following up on the YouTube. I just wanted to check in and hear what was going on. Thank you.
Copy that, copy that. And if when you do check out that YouTube channel, if you go all the way through it, it will definitely get you caught right up to where we are so you have a better understanding. But we are glad to have you here, boss. Thank you very, very much. Blaine, with you also, I'm not sure how much you caught tonight, but do you have any comments or questions? All right, we'll try to come back to Blaine there and check on him. Hey, Padre Jack, do you have any comments or questions for us tonight, boss? We got to figure out which radio to grab here.
I do not.
All right. Thank you, though, for bringing the live in here so we can show a little bit about what we do during our nets. JW, I'm unsure how much you caught tonight. Do you have any questions or comments?
No, sir, I kind of missed most of it, I think. I'm sorry about that, but I just got back in my vehicle from out of the store. So what was the topic?
Tonight we were looking at how to balance our lithium iron phosphate batteries for our battery banks.
Okay, well, you just went over my head, so I'll just have to listen.
Copy that. Yeah. I will let you know too, JW, if you go check out our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel name is at PrepNet-Talk2Me. Again, at PrepNet with a capital P and a capital N Talk to Me, the way it appears on your radio. You can get caught up to us if you would like. And also, Jim kind of snuck us one in during one of our nets. He described how he built this massive food dehydrator, and he said that this food dehydrator will dehydrate everything in it in the same amount of time that a little store-bought food dehydrator will dehydrate the food.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to check out the YouTube for sure. Thank you.
Do we have anybody else that would like to register for the net tonight? All right. I guess I'm going to turn it back over to you, Jim. I've worked all the way through my list. Do you have any last thoughts or comments for us, sir?
No, nothing major. Again, to beat the dead horse is the YouTube thing. This is a complicated topic. The radio doesn't do it justice, but at least if we get the information out via the radio and people go to the YouTube channel and start watching, like I said, there's 20 or 25 net presentations there, and it's not all about electricity. We start off from the very first thing. If you're going to start preparing, what do you do? And we go through a whole bunch of stuff, and we got a whole bunch of stuff left to cover after we get through this electricity thing. And otherwise, I really don't have anything much more that would actually help with the topic, because it is a lot more visual. And just check with Mama Katie or Papa Jack to see if any of the comments on their TikTok thing had any questions they might want to relay to us before we close the net.
Copy that. Anybody on Padre Jack's TikTok Live, if you have any questions, the floor is yours, or if you have any comments, please go ahead and let Padre Jack know, and we will get your question or your comment right up.
Oh yeah, what do your guys' TikTok? I'm curious. I'm probably following you guys on TikTok.
Oh, we don't have a TikTok. Padre Jack is currently live right now, showing off the Talk to Me radios, selling Talk to Me radios on TikTok right now.
Okay.
All right, guys. Again, as Jim calls it, I'm going to beat the dead horse one last time here. We're going to talk about that YouTube channel again. The YouTube channel, especially in the expanded presentations, really opens things up with diagrams, charts, and pictures explaining everything we go over in the nets. It explains everything a lot better than what we possibly can over the radio. We are aware we're throwing a lot of information. Also, on that YouTube channel, every one of our nets is there as well with those expanded presentations. Again, that YouTube channel is at PrepNet-Talk2Me. That is at PrepNet with a capital P and a capital N Talk to Me, the way it appears on your radio. Please go check that out. And while watching the YouTube videos there, if you have any comments or questions on any of the topics discussed in the videos, please go ahead and shoot us an email at prepnetch14 prepnet@gmail.com. Again, that is prepnetch14@gmail.com. If you have a question in the subject heading, please put question. If you have a comment in the subject heading, please put comment. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to give a quick break here. I just want to make everybody aware that without you showing up and registering, these nets would not be possible. So I would like to thank everybody who joined, even those of you who stated you wanted to monitor. If you have any questions, everybody who is currently monitoring, the floor is currently yours now. Go ahead, please. Okay. Well, again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining the net. And Padre Jack, seeing how you're in the hot seat there, I'm waving at you, boss. I want to thank you and Mama Katie for bringing the TikTok live with Talk to Me radios here to join the net tonight. That was pretty cool. Me and Montana Jim are very appreciative. Do you have any last comments or questions there, Padre Jack?
No, just good job, guys. We're happy to allow this to happen on the live, and we're more than happy to do this again. Just letting people know exactly what this community brings, and what they're looking forward to when they buy a radio. And I mean, there's great things that are happening and great things that will be happening. So everybody that's coming and looking at these things, I mean, yeah, they're just getting a brief look at what's going on. And I appreciate you guys for doing this. And like I said, we're more than happy to do this for you guys, and it brings everybody together.
Copy that. That was one of the intents with this net too, is to bring everybody together about prepping. So, all right, guys, unless we have any more comments or questions tonight, we're going to go ahead and shut this down. Do we have any more comments or questions tonight?
Hey, Red Bear is going to be an every week thing.
Hey, there you are, there you are, 719. Yes, sir. It's every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, Red Bear. Sorry I'm late. I was just popping in. You guys are about done already, huh?
Yeah, we're looking at wrapping up. Do you want me to go ahead and throw you down, though, Matt?
Yeah, sure. I just didn't get a chance to turn the radio on earlier, so yeah, if you want to put me down, I don't mind. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. 719, do you want me to go ahead and register you real quick, sir?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead. I definitely want to join in.
Copy that. I got you. Real quick, though, 719, what state are you in?
I'm in the Golden State of California.
Copy that. We got you down. Thank you for showing up and registering. 719 and Matt, really appreciate it. Again, guys, go check that YouTube channel out. That gets a lot better explanation. We have to move so fast with all the information on the radio that we present. Even though we're right around the half-hour mark, we try to keep everything within an hour's time frame. So go check that YouTube channel out. And the name of that YouTube channel is at PrepNet-Talk2Me. Again, at PrepNet with a capital P and a capital N Talk to Me the way it appears on your radio. All right, at this time, we're going to go ahead and shut this net down unless anybody's got any last thoughts, comments, or questions for us.
I have one quick one, Red Bear, if you don't mind. I had ordered a nice survival kit on Amazon, and it just came in today. And I had just opened it up real quick and checked it out. It has like everything you need in there, like hand fishing line, paracord bracelet, even a little mini shovel, foldable shovel, knife, multi-tools, a medikit, and the whole shebang is only $40. And then it comes in a nice OD green bag. So if anybody's interested, you can look on Amazon and look up survival kits. It's a nice kit, especially if you're going camping or out in the woods or whatever. It's got everything you need.
Copy that, Matt. Thank you very much. That's something I'd probably throw in the trunk of the car or behind the seat in the truck, one of the two. You never know when you're going to have an emergency, and that would be a very useful kit to have around. What's your thoughts on that, Jim?
Oh, absolutely. Stuff you can get, it's already pre-built. If it'll fit your need, absolutely get it. In future sessions, we will be talking about medical tools and things like that, so you can end up building. If the things that you can purchase don't quite fit the need that you have, you can build your own, and maybe use what you see on Amazon as a sort of a guide to what types of things you want to do and the things you want to add. Because as we've also said, everybody prep is different and none are the same because all of our situations are different. But yep, it's a good idea.
Thanks a lot, Jim. One last quick check. Do we have any other comments, questions, or thoughts tonight?
719. One more time on that YouTube, the YouTube video. Where am I going for that?
When you get into your YouTube, go into the search, and you're going to search up the @ at PrepNet-Talk2Me. That will be at PrepNet with a capital P and a capital N -Talk2Me, and Talk2Me will be the way it appears on your radio.
Okay, that's when you get into YouTube, and it's prepnet.talk.me or prepnet talk to me straight through.
That will be the @ like what you put in your email. For example, our email address is prepnetch14@gmail.com. That @ in front of the gmail.com, that @ it's the @ PrepNet-Talk2Me. The @ PrepNet, and Prep has a capital P and Net has a capital P -Talk2Me. And Talk2Me will be the way it appears on your radio with a capital T, the number 2, and a capital M for me.
I just subscribe to it. Appreciate it.
Okay, got it. Appreciate it. There was something else I was going to say. I will bring it up if I remember it.
Copy that, 719. Anytime you catch me on the radio, you're more than welcome to ask me also, sir. And Matt, going through the videos, you'll actually catch yourself on one of the nets.
Yeah, copy that. I've only got to key in a few just because of timing, but yeah, okay, I appreciate it. Cool, man.
All right, guys, like I said earlier, without everybody registering for the nets, without everybody coming to the nets, these nets would not be possible. So Montana Gem and myself, again, this is Red Bear. We would like to thank everybody who registered for the net, even if you were monitoring. And if you are monitoring and didn't register, maybe next week you'll feel a little freer and you'd like to register and just let us know you're monitoring. We always encourage that, as well as joining in the conversation. So thanks again, everybody. We'll see you back here on Channel 14, the Preppers Channel, next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I want to give a special shout-out to Padre Jack sitting there on that TikTok Live. I want to say thank you to you and Mama Katie for coming in as well. And if anybody's listening right now on your TikTok Live, hey, guys, come on, grab some radios off Padre Jack. These are amazing. They're lifesavers. This community, we don't even call it a community. It's a family. You guys could have a radio in your hand by next Sunday, and you can come join this net on your own radio. So come on in and join us, guys. Thanks again, Padre Jack. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend, the little bit we got left, and hopefully a good start to your week. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
You are welcome. Thank you for having it.
Yeah, thanks for hosting. Sorry I kind of came in late, but I appreciate it, man.
Same here. I'm gonna head back to Channel 2. See you guys down there.
And Jim, thank you very much, sir. I appreciated the nut tonight as well and all the information. As always, sir, you blow my mind with the information you bring to the table.
No problem, Red Bear. And still, if everybody got something out of it, one way or the next. Anyway, talk at you later.
Copy that.
Red Bear, my apologies. Can you give me the address again to that YouTube